Thank you, Matt. This week, President Trump announced a 10% tariff on imported goods that starts Saturday, and a 25% tariff when it comes to importing cars from overseas. The move is getting a lot of attention and is raising questions about what it could mean for the markets, for our family budgets, for our investments. We're jumping into all of it this morning. I'm joined by Johnson Brunetti financial advisor Heath Grossman to try to make sense of the news. Sir, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
There is a lot going on here. Families at home are trying to navigate this, as are we. The news initially not great with the markets. What is your gut reaction to all of this?
You know, this is really a fundamental reshaping and shifting of our trade policy. You know, is it going to work or not? We don't know, right? That is an unknown. I mean, like what you said, I mean, obviously right now the market has reacted to it not in the most positive way. So, you know, there's certainly going to be some volatility going forward, but we have to wait and just see what plays out. And maybe even this is a negotiation tactic, and, you know, because we have a week until some of these tariffs go into place, so we got to even see what happens with that. Maybe they won't even go into place.
Families are getting up, they're getting their kids out the door this morning. Everybody is busy. For somebody who doesn't have the time to follow this step by step by step, and bottom line, they're saying, what does this mean for me and my money and my investments? What should I do? What say you?
Yeah, if you have investments, you're probably checking your app on your phone today, and you're going to be seeing maybe a downturn in those investments. But we got to see what happens. We don't know what the long-term impact is going to be on the market and the overall economy. When it comes to retirement planning, right, because we primarily work with people that are retired now or leading up to retirement, you don't want to be reactive to things like this, right? There is always going to be something that is going to cause some type of turmoil like this, but in the end, things are going to shake themselves out, and they're going to correct over time.
So to the client or viewer at home who's panicking this morning, it sounds like you're saying to take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Don't be reactive to these things, right? If you've built a broader retirement plan, a retirement income plan, and you've allocated things that is the right manner for you, then don't make big changes, right? But it always is a good idea to reassess, you know, where you are and whether your investments are coordinated with your goals, right? So that's always a good process to undergo. But I wouldn't be reactive to what's happening today.
Any thoughts on the day-to-day budgeting? So it could be a month or two before we see the impact of these tariffs on some items. Other items like produce, say from Mexico, could be more immediate to somebody who's heading to the grocery store, trying to feed their family, and are wondering kind of how this is going to impact that receipt. What do you say on that front?
Yeah, I mean, tariffs are generally inflationary, right? They increase costs. So I would expect if these tariffs do go into place, and if they're in place for a long period of time, I would expect some prices to go up, right? People are already, I've talked to a bunch of people that are running out and buying cars right now because they're expecting in the next month or two the prices of cars to go up. Not saying go ahead and do that, but, you know, expect that to possibly happen, right? The price of cars, the price of apparel, the price of other goods and services that are imported to this country, it's very likely that those prices are going to go up.
The president will make the argument that this move would force manufacturers to come back to the United States. Are you optimistic about that? Do you have questions?
I mean, that could be a possibility, right? You know, but also in that scenario, then we're not getting the tariff revenue anymore because the manufacturing here, right? And that could even increase prices also, because there's a reason why we have manufacturing offshore. It's usually cheaper, and It keeps the price of those goods down. So now if we're bringing that manufacturing in, expect the prices to go up also. Usually American workers command higher wages.
All right. Heath Grossman with Johnson Brunetti, financial advisor there. Thank you for making the complex
Thank you.
easy to understand, and you're always welcome on the couch.
Happy to be here.